boys, welcome back to another episode of Fun Factory Guardians of Azuma. In today's episode, we shall have a nice little chat. Hey, so you remember Cyberpunk 2077, that little game that we played but didn't actually record? I was totally going to do us play up and recovering from surgery and totally didn't, and kind of wish I did.
Yeah, meanie.
Sure.
So, if you could have one of the cyberwares from that game to use in real life, what would you want to have, and how would you use it?
First of all, who in the
Like, what
world
would you
needs
use
to
it for?
practice tossing beans?
Kurama?
Ah, perfect. The children have asked me to join in their bean. Must I explain further? This is clear.
Come on. Yeah.
What exactly is little about volunteer? If you were so hungry for target practice, why not?
I feel like
But
maybe I
you
shouldn't
used to
say, because
always
really
play
the
with
only
us.
use for the vast majority of them is illegal activity.
Yes, and?
Yeah, you big meanie.
Yeah, you tell him. Bird brain here is the.
I mean, it probably comes to no surprise I would want to go like with the hacking stuff.
Spare me, you imbecile.
But the hacking stuff wouldn't be so useful, because people in this world don't have, like, the chips and stuff already implanted in there. It only works in Cyberpunk because everyone has chips.
I heard the whole.
Yeah, but you know what else has chips in our world?
And friend to children everywhere.
A lot of
Micros.
things. Like, not people, but
Or maybe he's
a lot of
scared
things.
of beans. Scared? Gee, am I?
Imagine everything I ever want from a vending machine.
Both of you.
Yeah,
This ain't, I'm
I
only
just
giving
get
the
it.
beanie weenie over here a hard time.
I can. In fact, I'm saying it now. No.
Come on. If I'm not allowed.
Why not lead by example and...
Huh? You're
Well, if you want to prove you're...
Weenie.
Yes. If you want to prove you're not...
I see no reason to refuse.
Fine. I'll be the practice dummy.
Yeah! Prepare yourself, evil...
No, you! Didn't feel a thing. You're gonna have to throw harder than that to defeat me.
He may as well be aiming at a tree.
At least make it interesting, you oaf. Don't just stand there.
Catch me if you can, you little squirts.
Come back!
how about you? What would you want?
I mean-
And now they're playing tag.
The, was it the Sandevistan to, like, effectively slow down time could be really cool. The, double
Oh,
jump
you
could
mean
also be fun.
The single cyberware that is the most damaging on the person?
Hey, that's only in the anime.
We've drifted entirely off track.
In gameplay, the cyberware doesn't lead to cyberpsychosis. Cyberpsychosis is just a thing that
Claire,
the government does.
The
to
reason
get rid
it
of
doesn't
people they
become
don't
an issue is because the character's already basically gonna die. They're not gonna live long enough for it to be an issue.
Ah!
No, it's in the lore of the game. Cyberpsychosis is fake and is just basically a virus that the government does to get rid of people they don't like.
I don't remember seeing that storyline.
Yeah, when we're getting rid of all the cyberpsychos, and we slowly piece together bit by bit that every single one of them had made, like, some strong, powerful enemies. And we start to learn that, no, all these people, they didn't just happen to get cyberpsychosis, they were all targeted.
An impressive performance.
Every last one was targeted.
Oh? Could this be the same man who
Hey, what do you want me to say?
Thank you, Kai.
No prob. Don't know if singling out the Oni for target practice was the most sensitive move in the world, but...
I was just trying... Huh?
Anyway, back to the kids.
Oh,
Oni, get on out! Fortune, come on in! Yeah, now that I think about it. It's great! We only really do need to get on out. Out to the surface! Yes! That's awesome!
Concussed by a particularly hard bean. So tragic.
Wait a few days. 0 out of 3. Well then. Da-da. No. Da-da. Ah. Hey, more conversation topics. If you could learn any new skill instantly, what would it be? And we're assuming, skills that humans can learn.
Hmm.
What?
And I don't know.
Oh.
Like, the idea of just suddenly getting a skill without any of the process of learning it feels like it defeats the purpose.
Yes. Yes?
Yeah, would you want to, say... What? I don't know how to lockpick, or how to fly a plane, or
Yes?
being a stunt driver.
I mean, well, first of all, being a stunt driver is basically just
Advanced
controlled
level
reckless driving. But here's the thing: is this something that other people would recognize? Because instantly learn how to fly a plane, that doesn't matter, because what it takes for certification is
A lot more
hours flied. Like, you need to fly a lot of hours to get.
Yeah.
Certification.
And they won't just believe you when you say you know how to fly a plane. They'll still have to put you through the simulators and practices, and
Yeah.
you still have to go through all of those hoops. It'll just be easier for you because you know what you're doing.
Yeah. And what was the first one you said?
Lockpicking.
Lockpicking.
What do you think? What's up?
Just, yeah.
I mean,
sure
the thing about lockpicking is there's a lot of different types of locks, and there keep being new different types of locks. Honestly, a lot of those sorts of skills, like with lockpicking and programming, there's always going to be new stuff you need to learn. And just even knowing everything, all at once doesn't really.
When a new thing
Training
comes out, you won't
opportunities await
know
us
how
today.
to learn about the new thing. But this
Yeah,
seems to
that's the
imply
thing.
that's if you choose programming, whenever a new language comes out, you'll be able to understand it immediately. You look at the code and be all, oh, this is how they do it. It's in order to master a skill, fully learn a skill, you'd have to know about it. So it seems to imply that's yeah. You choose programming, a new language comes out, and you're like, oh, I can do this.
Not down yet.
To be fair, programming would be great. Because you darn well know that I have a couple of game ideas that I want to try going for. Yeah, sometimes it seems that people, they see the success of Undertale and Five Nights at Freddy's, and they think, oh, I can just make a Yeah, Stardew Valley. Oh, I could just make a game and it'll be immediately popular and stuff, but it's like, there are so many more games.
I hope it's something good.
That's like the first creation of the game maker. And even of the ones that are actually playable, and even of the ones of those that are actually like put online for other people to play, so many of those are just not good. And even of the ones of those that are actually like not terrible, like, yeah, a few of them might be good, but they're not necessarily great. And it's royally hit or miss on if any individual thing is going to become popular or not. Like, someone could put out a game that is, like, you know, solid, like, amazing gameplay, awesome game. But if people just don't find out about it, then it's like, okay, oh well.
Almost there. Stay focused.
So that's, yeah, so that's also, like, part of
All right.
the whole
Let's
thing. It's
keep
not
this
just
up.
make a thing that is good, which already is hard to do. You have to just get lucky.
This ends here.
But
Forget it.
is luck
Strike
a
first.
skill?
Ask questions later.
A bit of a roundabout way of
Just
asking
what
it.
I'd expect
But
from the
is
one who
luck a
bested
skill?
me.
No.
Like, yeah, I think no, because how do you train your luck?
Luck is an ability score.
If luck was an actual skill that could be, like, practiced and made better, heck, I would have spent the time to improve my
Hopefully
luck.
it proves
I
useful.
know I'm not the only one. A lot of people would want to improve their luck. But strictly speaking, like, if you really want to get down into the details of it, luck doesn't exist. If you flip a coin, that coin flip is, like, guaranteed to flip a certain way, based off of, like, which way it was facing when it first got flipped, how you're letting it land, how, like, the, like, air pressure around it, what kind of coin, the weighting of the coin, how hard it was flipped, the angle, blah, blah, blah. It's numbers. All of it, so it is theoretically completely possible for one to say, practice flipping a coin or rolling dice in such a way as to get the result that they want every time. But that's not luck. That would be its own thing. And, like, I don't, and, like, that is something
Should be
that one
enough to ward
could
off any
practice. So
monsters.
theoretically, that would
Let's
be
use
some
this
form of
chance
a
to
skill.
rest.
What would that skill be? I don't know. Probability manipulation?
This is definitely getting out of the realm of something that a human can learn.
Yeah. It is, yeah, it's one of those things, like, it's theoretically possible. It's just not,
I mean, with what you're saying, like with the coin flip, I mean that would require sure someone could learn how to, you know, manipulate, you know, a coin so that it always lands like the way they want it to.
yeah.
But that would require being able to perfectly control your muscles and
Yeah.
being able to, like, either consistently
outside
using
forces.
the same coin every time, but even if you don't, regardless of whether you do or don't, you'd like need be able to quickly analyze like the weight and any imperfections in the coin in the first place, and be able to, you know, figure out, like, you know, air pressure, yada yada, like any of the factors that would actually affect it. And also have the awareness of your surroundings to the point where, you know, something quote unquote unexpected couldn't affect
Yeah.
it.
And with dice, it's so much more and all that, yeah. Oh my gosh. Azura, I've been playing this game for, like, how many episodes now? And I just found something new.
What'd you find?
Okay, so if you're in one of, like, these sky islands, you're going around, do-do-do, so normally you'd have to go all the way down to here in order to ride on the dragon to, like, go flying around. Or you can just click the Ride the White Dragon button, and you can just mount on from wherever you are. You don't have to go back to the gate. Oh, but you do have to dismount on there. Took me this long to notice the Ride the White Dragon button.
By the way, since you brought it up, like, earlier, I've been looking into the whole thing, like you were saying, with the cyberpsychosis being a virus thing. There seems to be no evidence of this.
That cyberpsychosis is fake in the game?
Did
Yeah.
you find something?
There doesn't
Hopefully we
actually
can
seem
put
to
it
be
to
any
good
evidence
use.
of that.
That's weird. That's what they were implying, at least. I don't think I actually finished that plotline.
From what I'm seeing is that, at most, there is a cover-up
Don't underestimate
conspiracy,
the enemy.
like,
Eliminate
to,
them.
basically make the public not be as aware of it or of how dangerous it is.
Prepare yourself.
Your final reckoning comes.
I still have a long way to go.
And, I mean, that's the thing, like, there's the tabletop RPG, there's Cyberpunk 2077, there's the anime, and it is consistent, basically, throughout that, yeah, cyberpsychosis is basically... Well, let's sum it up. Cyberpsychosis is a mental illness, specifically a dissociative disorder, caused by an overload of cybernetic augmentations to the body. However, there were two particular factors. David in the anime was particularly resistant in the first place. But also apparently, what was it here? It is revealed that women are more resistant to the effects of cyberpsychosis than men.
Stay focused.
Interesting.
Sorry, but I can't lose to you.
Seems you found something. Hopefully it proves useful.
We've no choice but to fight. So
But yeah,
fight.
in the tabletop RPG, like, there's straight up a
Alright,
humanity
let's
stat.
keep this up.
And basically, the higher your humanity stat, the more you can handle having parts of yourself replaced with cyberware. So part of it is, it's depending on your personality, you could survive it better. And regarding V, let's put it, the fact that she had Johnny Silverhand in her head, probably actually helped her. Like, helps you if you go, like, replace everything as much as you can. And this is, like, straight up from one of the developers straight up saying this. Silverhand's
Don't
rage and
underestimate
attitude
the
probably
enemy.
acted as a buffer
Eliminate them.
for the psychological hits V is taking. Like having a timeshare with a guy who's already
I can't
half
let myself
cyberpsycho
fall
and
behind.
doesn't mind if V slaps stuff on their shared body. He's already crazy and violent. But there's also the fact that, the very technology that's
I
carrying
tried to
him
make it as painless as
is,
possible.
it's meant for,
Oh,
like,
I hope
storing
it's something
and
good.
maintaining, personality. Having technology that does that stuck in your brain probably in and of itself kind of helps address that. Certainly doesn't fully prevent it, but certainly, but probably, you know, just
Prepare yourself.
makes it easier. That's all I had to say on that.
Well, speaking of Cyberpunk 2077, if you really think about it, because, like, the whole thing is,
Take them all out.
yeah, with the, chip with Johnny
No
in it,
escape.
our friend, what's his name, like, is dying, and this was like, he takes the chip out to give to you to put in, because, like, now that it's not being cooled, it needs to be implanted, or else the chip will go bad. And that's the idea. But if he had just died with the chip in, he would have just woken up as Johnny.
Your
Quite possibly.
And the only reason why the chip is rewriting V's brain is because V gets shot in the head
Catch me unawares.
and set to, and was supposed to have been killed just after that point. But if, what's his name, had just kept the chip in his head, he would have woken back up, or been replaced by Johnny. And V, honestly, by that point in the game,
I could learn
the
a thing or
typical
two
V
from you.
should be able to survive being shot in the head, but, you know, gameplay and story segregation.
I do want to point out, from what I understood, it wasn't actually connected to his brain, it was basically stored. Like, the chip was stored in a slot in his head. But the implication that I understood was that it wasn't connected to him. But also the fact that he was dying physically.
I still have a
Like, you
long
wouldn't
No,
have
like,
been able to
that's what the chip is supposed to do, right? If a person, like, gets to a point where their body can't work anymore,
I mean,
the chip
it's not like the
fixes
chip
them physically.
regenerates the body.
Our character gets shot in the head and it got regenerated. That's not just brain, that's physical. And got physically regenerated. That's how V was supposed to die, from being shot in the head. The chip physically regenerated V.
This should be enough to ward off any monsters.
Prepare yourself. So that's their weakness. Good
Your
eye.
final reckoning comes. Ultimate God Slayer.
Now go.
Oh, I still remember, like, when the game first came out and it had all these bugs and stuff, because the developers wanted to take a few months patching up the bugs, but then the advertising people are like, no, it's coming out now, it's in a playable state, right? Let's release it now to the public. And then since there's so many bugs, people hated it and stuff, and especially on console it had issues. Like, I played it on computer, 2 weeks later, it still had some issues.
Go.
But I played it, like, the rest of them. And someone mentioned, like, during that scene, like, your friend, he takes the chip out of his head and passes it to you, for you to put it in your own head. Instead of the chip,
Amazing as always.
the guy pulls a gun out of his head and passes it to you, and then you just stick it into your head.
Ultimate God Slayer.
You know what? I kind of really like looked on like the wiki and stuff with that, trying to remember why he passed on the chip to V. I mean, of course, right, her being shot, you know, was not expected. The whole reason he gave it to her instead of keeping it in his own head is because they were supposed to deliver the chip, not have it take over their own selves.
Yeah, they're supposed to deliver it, but then the case got damaged during their escape. And the only way to keep the chip, like, from degrading completely, for whatever reason, would be to put it in one of their own heads, so he puts it in his head first. Not knowing what it might do to him, he takes it on himself to do that, and then when he gets shot during the car chase afterwards, he takes that to give to V, so you can put it into your head
Only light
to
damage.
keep it safe for delivery. And then you go to deliver, and the guy's like, "Oh, you were both supposed to die. Anyway." Kills you, does not take the chip, and then sends you to be, like, disposed of. And it's like, what?
Yeah, why? The only reason I can think of as to why they don't take the chip from V is if they don't know V has it.
This ends here.
Yeah, I'd have to play again to, like, read through that and
Anybody hurt?
figure it all out again. I think it was something about, oh, you took the chip, but you were too loud taking it or something. So now they know it's stolen, so I wouldn't be able to sell it on the secondary market. Because everybody would be looking for
Seems
it.
you found
But-
something. Hopefully it
Like,
proves
I
useful.
think that that's what it is. I have no idea. Again, it's been a while since I've played. I should play again at some point.
You can't catch me unawares.
Almost there. Stay focused.
But I still remember there's there's one quest line where there's this one Ripper Doc. And he's like just a really skeevy
My thanks.
person, like just really unpleasant to associate with or be around. And during the mission that he's introduced, you have the option to kill him. And many people do, because he's a very killable person.
I can't let myself fall
But it
behind.
turned out that he was the only Ripper Doc in the entire game who could give you a leg cyberware.
Oh.
So if you wanted leg cyberware, you'd have to keep him alive so you could buy them from him. And if you buy both of them from him, then you're allowed to kill him because you're just a different Ripper Doc can switch between the two.
Huh.
But the game doesn't tell you that until after the mission. So if you just kill him without looking up online, hey, does this...
As possible.
Hey, should I keep this guy alive for some reason? Yeah, you just be out of the ability to either double jump or charge jump, and one or both of them,
Don't
one or
underestimate
both
the
of them
enemy.
wears,
Eliminate them.
I think they both led to their own separate, like, really weird glitches as well. I think one of them led to, like, the super speed glitch that I saw people doing online.
Oh, I hope it's something good.
Yeah. So, Cyberpunk seemed to be something of an open world game. It always bothered me in open world games where you'd, like, walk into a building, no cutscene, like, no cutscenes. It's like you're on, like, the same map. You go upstairs, like, no cutscenes or anything. Was it not cutscenes? No loading screen, so still on the same map. You go out to the balcony, no loading screen, still on the same map. You have some method of negating fall damage. You jump off of the balcony to the street below. Before you even make it, you black out and teleport right back. You teleport back upstairs. It's like, there's no loading screens all the way through this. This should all be the same map. Why can't I go down? Why am I suddenly
Murasame,
now on a different
How far
map?
do you think we could possibly travel in this world?
If fall damage doesn't
As far
exist,
as we
why
desire.
can't I jump off this 8-4
Imagination
balcony?
is our only boundary. Only when we close off our minds do we bar our own path. Self-actualization.
Because doing so, if there's no fall damage to you, there would realistically be fall damage to the ground.
Fall damage to the brain? What?
Ground.
Oh, fall damage to the ground?
Yes. If your cyber or whatever or stuff, whatever is, or your abilities prevent you from suffering any damage, that impact, the energy from that impact has to go somewhere. So the only place it can go is into the ground.
Oh no, like if you have like cyberware or something that lets you like float down to the ground, for example. And you can just like jump out and you just kind of float down, like nice feather fall down. But before you reach the ground, the game's just fade to black. You're back in the room that you were in before you jumped up. You're back up on the balcony.
Are there other, like, 8-story buildings that you can jump off of and not suffer any damage?
I have no idea.
Because it's just like... I mean, what if there is fall damage, but we've just never gone high enough?
No, like, it'd be like the sort of game where, like, say if you climbed to the top of the building from the outside, and you, like, jump down, everything is fine. But somehow going into the building and then jumping off the balcony, the game treats, like, that one, like, apartment or whatever as its own, I want to say room, but, like, you understand what I mean when I say room. Right?
I know what you're saying, and I do have an explanation for that. Because it needs to be a protected area. One, you need to be able to, well, usually, like, in, like, those sorts of games, it's not like everything has been placed in the world in advance. It's not like everything is just static. Stuff still will need to, be loaded in and generated, and of course, if there's, if like NPCs, get respawned or anything like that, they'll have slightly different inventory. Anything that's like a player home or something like that needs to be able to be saved as is with everything that you want in it, you the player, without worry of it being interfered with by the rest of the system.
Yeah.
Which also means preventing, NPCs from being able to have access to it, aside from, like, specific cutscenes if you want to have them in there. Specific events.
Prepare yourself!
Yeah. I just really remember in Cyberpunk, you get an apartment that's on, like, the 7th floor or something. But the way that the building is shaped up, it's like an oval, but with like a big hole in the middle. And it's like, okay, if I had something to like negate fall damage, for like a whole bunch of health or whatever, couldn't I just jump all the way down from this entire floor? It's like, no. The only 2 ways down are to use one of the elevators, because the game puts like an invisible loading screen, but it's just an elevator. And like, when games started doing the, oh, we don't have loading screens thing, instead you just spend, 30 seconds opening this door. Like, when they first started doing that, that was like revolutionary, like, oh my gosh, so instead of just opening the door and then waiting, 10 to 15 seconds on a loading screen, you open the door and spend 30 seconds watching an animation where they open it. To make it seem like, it's all one world and isn't so much just a game.
Yeah.
However, as the computers get stronger, I don't know when they first started doing these things. I'm thinking PS2 era is when they started doing these loading gates. If I were to emulate, say, a PS2 game, and go through one of these loading gates, it takes just as long as it did originally to go through. Even though, say my computer's so much better, if it did have a loading screen, it'd be like 1/10 of a second. But since they put in a loading gate, it still takes the full 30 seconds.
You hit them right where it hurts. Great job.
Your reckoning.
Yeah, I know Mass Effect did that, particularly with
Yeah.
the elevators. But, which worked on the Citadel pretty well, because they had other stuff happening to distract
So
you,
you
I
get
guess.
distracted.
Let's finish this
Like,
with one
conversations
here.
between, like, your party members, or, news articles playing or whatever. Like, news broadcasts.
Yeah.
Some of which were actually how you get some missions.
Comes God Slayer.
But,
I'll cut you down.
of course, with the original Mass Effect, it didn't really work so well with the one on the ship,
Because you
because
just be standing there doing nothing. Or
and
however
it's,
long.
it is the longest, it is the slowest elevator ride ever. Because the thing is, you actually see the elevator movement. The elevator looks like it's moving slowly. The elevator moved slow enough that if you had the option to climb down the elevator shaft or
That would
climb
be
up
fast.
the elevator shaft, it would be faster than taking the elevator. Like, if that were a real elevator, I mean. So it's just like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Are you all right? We must
and the problem is, like, there still were other loading screens. Like, okay, well, there's the one whenever you start up the game, but I guess that's what the whole point of the whole thing is. But it's just, yeah, no, you've got loading screens every time you do, like, a transition to a different solar system or planet. It's just like,
God Slayer.
I mean, sure, you have an animation,
Still have.
but when you still see the same stuff every time, it's
Like, what's
still
the
very
point?
obviously. Yeah, it's still obviously a very. Yeah, it's just an animation. It's just a loading screen. So it's just like I and that's the thing. I honestly would prefer. I like the loading screens where it's just, hey, here's some like little bits of trivia, like that would be like in-game trivia or like some advice tips or whatever.
Oh,
Like,
especially when you can like just hit a button and go to like the next
Dust
piece.
to dust.
So it's like, oh,
Yeah.
I already know this one. Button. Bioshock 1, I think just did trivia, but you couldn't skip it to it. Bioshock 2, you could like skip to the
Can't
next
keep this
one.
up for much longer.
And then when it was downloading the thing, it's like, hey, press A to continue, so it doesn't cut you off. Like,
you know,
mid-thing.
Fallout 4, which I've been playing through again lately. Well, playing through again. I've tried playing through that game multiple times before. I finally got to the Institute for the very first
God
time.
Slayer.
Oh, shh.
I still have it.
Anyway,
That's it.
but, hang on, my brain here. But yeah, like in the loading screen stuff, like it'll usually go through a couple things. It'll have like little bits of trivia about places or like certain things you'll encounter, like the different kinds of robots or stuff about vault tech. Like most of the stuff isn't, you know, all that helpful. Sometimes it gives little bits of advice, but it's just neat little bits of trivia. There isn't enough information that it provides to actually last the entire time of the loading screen, but
Dust to dust.
it is, you know, appreciated. The one that I find hilarious is the Thief Simulator games. They have that. And it's just like, okay, you know what? Good, that's useful stuff. Because most of it is just like advice on using like the tools. Or just like, or like, hey, don't forget, you know, you can check in like the, like check your notes, but, well, you know, for the,
Your reckoning comes.
like in the
God
menu
Slayer.
for, was it
Your
like when
reckoning
people
comes.
get
God
this, that's what
Slayer.
it is. In different, you know, households. It's just like, well, yeah.
So, speaking of loading screens and other stuff, I was reminded, Fantastic Four for the PlayStation 1 had something in a loading screen I don't think I've seen any other game have.
Good eye.
And reason for that, I'm pretty sure, is because one specific company actually has a patent on it. So I guess other companies aren't allowed to do it, even though they totally should.
Your reckoning
Is it a
comes.
mini game?
God Slayer.
It's a mini game.
How about
They have a very
swear-
simple racing minigame.
I swear I've seen that in something else before as well, but
But apparently some company has a patent on minigames during loading screens.
I can't keep this up for much longer.
that
Come on, we're here to play games. Let us play a game while we play a game.
yeah, that feels like that shouldn't be something that exists. Like as a patent, I mean.
As a patent.
Like that
Yeah.
feels like that shouldn't be.
Stop them. Let's finish this with one fell swoop.
Claire, do you have Clarice in your party while you're fighting
Your
Clarice?
reckoning
Yes.
comes, God Slayer. This ends here.
It's a slight conflict of interest,
Everyone,
but I think it's
so
fair.
sorry.
I have an important question. Does she have any sort of unique dialogue
Nope.
for doing this? That's too bad.
Nope. Not at all.
I mean, I guess that would. You would think that, like, that's one of those things.
Yes,
where
that's
it's
one
like,
of those
like,
things, like, yes, devs can
If-
do a lot of little things in a game to just make it feel more real, make it feel more human, make it just feel more.
I'm
And
getting
so often
tired.
they just don't do it. Have certain characters react to certain things. I remember playing some game where you could have different party members in your party, and depending on who you had in your party at once, they would react to certain
hope it's
events
something
that
good.
happen. And if you had like just one like certain party member in your party, like they would like talk to like the enemies and stuff as you encounter them.
Yeah, I've definitely seen that in a couple of things where, and you, but I mean, specifically like the concept of, okay, here's like a boss fight that you can
Like that.
refight later, but the boss is also a recruitable character.
Oh yeah,
Like,
and so if you
come on.
recruit them and then go back to fight them, that's something. Right.
Yeah.
There was
Watching
a
a
game
campfire
where
is just so calming.
at one point in the game you basically have to Sophie's choice. One person versus another person. Whoever you save gets added to your party. Whoever you don't save dies, and that changes like
You
some
can't
of like
catch me unawares.
the lore of the game. Whatever. However, if you have a certain DLC party member, they will automatically save both of them. Do you want to guess what this game is or who that character is? Do you want to know who that character is?
I mean, you've told me nothing about the game, so I have no idea. There's millions of games.
Alright, here's a hint. That character is Magneto.
Okay, obviously it's an X-Men game.
Yeah. It's the X-Men Marvel Alliance game where you can make a party with different, like, Marvel characters, mostly X-Men characters.
Hmm.
You get, like, different bonuses based on, like, who you have in your party, so you could have, like, all 4 members of the Fantastic Four. Or you could just have only women and get, like, femme fatale. But yeah, if you have the DLC character Magneto during this part, since these two people are in metal cages, he'll just automatically save both of them, and then you get both of the people.
It's almost over. Let's end
Huh.
this.
Amazing. Just what I'd expect from the one who bested me.
Which changes the outcome of the story, of course, because the story expects one of them to die, but you can instead save both of them.
You know-
if you
No, go on.
if you have Doctor Doom, because in one level you go into like Doctor Doom's like secret lair or whatever, but you can have Doctor Doom in your party, and I think you get an achievement for that. When Doctor Doom is gloating at you and talking to Doctor Doom.
Fun.
Yeah.
You know, just the whole thought of actually, no, that's a different thought of. There's two characters, you have to choose between them, but very unique circumstances let you have both.
Yes.
Holy crap. Sorry.
Let's take 'em
Sorry.
all out.
I got distracted. I'll get back to what I got distracted by in a moment here.
Swordsman's
There is a
training
particular...
never
I'm
ends.
pretty sure it just counts as a visual novel. Where basically there is... Like, you're using a computer system, and there's two separate AIs.
It's almost over.
However,
Let's end this.
there's not supposed to be, like, enough power in the system
You did it!
to handle
You seem
having them
stronger than ever
both
now.
active at the same time. So you can only have one or the other. And at the end, you have to be able to, you have to try to, well, you save whichever one you
Yeah.
kept after. However, if you go through on a second playthrough and access a thing that you normally can't until later in the thing, why are we paused, by the way?
I was looking at something. Keep going.
Okay. So, I was just like, is the recording paused? Okay, anyways.
No,
Yeah, if you access this thing early, something that's supposed to trigger the end game, the end sequence, the active AI activates the other AI, and they can, like, have a conversation, and then you, like, immediately leave with both of them, which is... It's intended to be... It's a non-canon, special ending, because it's literally not... It technically goes against the established rules to do so. However, what I find hilarious is that there is a sequel to the game. Where, again, normally it's supposed to be, okay, you're interacting with one of them, or the other one, but it does, because you, like, transfer your save forward into it, it does take into account the possibility that you saved both of them. Which is kind of awesome. But at one point in it, one of them straight up says, I mean, this is an impossible timeline, so don't take it too seriously, or something like that. As for the thing that distracted me partway through that conversation there, I'm doing Banjo-Tooie for an async, and it's showing me stuff. Oh, there's stuff that is technically accessible, but out of logic in one of the worlds that I don't have access to yet. I did not realize how easy it was to get into here, because my first attempt to break into the world, like, incorrectly worked. Like, what? How the hell did I get in one shot? What is it with this game that I keep accidentally finding these weird things? Okay, what are you looking at that's distracting you?
I was trying to go on to TV tropes and try to see if there's a thing that's like sadistic choice, but you get to... Where you get to... It's not take a third option, it's save both of the people of the sadistic choice. And the closest I can find is just the take a third option page, which is something different
You can't
altogether.
catch me unawares.
I'm sure there is something, like, specifically for that, but we can maybe look that up after.
Yeah, I just wanted to say it for here, but... Yeah, when exploring Mephisto's realm, the player comes across Nightcrawler and Jean Grey trapped in cages.
Stay
A
back
sadistic
and leave
choice
this
is
to
given.
me.
Whichever one the player chooses to free, the other will be dropped and killed, and the player has to do something in order to clear the game. Except that Magneto's in your party. But it doesn't say that
I hit
there's...
its weak spot. Let's
So that
finish them
counts
off.
as, like, an alternate like, thing overall. Oh, take a third option. In a mod for the PC version. In a mod for the PC version? I thought that was just... See, that would just be then taking a third option, I guess.
Yes. I mean,
So it's a...
I mean that's the thing with a thing like that. The take the third option generally a plot means, you know, save them both. Although I guess one could go with the even more sadistic, you know, third option
Kill them
of
both.
yeah, who needs them?
Take a
I
third
owe you
option.
one.
I don't need either of them.
It's almost over. Let's end this.
Such flawless technique.
This is it!
Honestly, we could probably just make entire conversations for some of these videos just by picking, I don't know, two to four TV tropes pages and discussing them.
Prepare yourself.
Oh god.
Slow
Okay,
down.
okay.
Now's our
In
chance
the
to strike
extensive
back.
Baldur's Gate NPC mod, there are 3 romantic suitors for a female PC.
How about
2 of them, a knight and a rogue, will go through a series of impressive challenges in the hopes of winning the PC's heart,
your
which may
reckoning
well
comes,
make it very
bad
difficult to
slayer.
decide between the 2. Since the third opts out due to thinking his chances are hopeless, this makes him endearing and an endearing and tempting third option, as evidenced by polls when he is the single most popular choice of either gender.
And this is for Baldur's Gate, you said?
Yeah,
I still have a
Which Baldur's Gate?
I mean, it just says Baldur's Gate, so I'm guessing the first one.
long way to go.
Okay.
So yeah, I think we've done enough for this episode. It's been like an hour. Basically an hour. It's close enough to an hour. Oh, wait.
Sure. Oh?
I saw
What have
Dark
you just-
Souls, and I thought that said Dark Cloud. Oh gosh. Fable 3. Fable 3 had so much potential going into it. And they just kind of took all that potential and gave it to a toddler. Fable 3 is one of the most upsetting games. You played Fable 3, right?
No. Well, I played like the first little bit of it, but
How much do you care about spoilers for it?
I mean, go ahead. I'm probably never gonna
So-
play it.
So Fable and Fable 2 both had a whole thing about, like, power corrupts and blah blah blah. You have to choose whether you want to go the more difficult good path or go the easy route and be evil and all that stuff, and how you should be good and the people will love you, but it's easy to side into temptation, but you have to fight against it, blah blah blah. Fable 3, you play as the child of your Fable 2 character. So, direct descendant, except now your parents are dead. Goodbye character, who knows how they died. They were a hero, they shouldn't be able to die, but they're dead now. Your brother, your elder brother, is evil and is currently, like, on the throne, doing a lot of bad stuff. Whatever. Evil king. You play through the whole game, building yourself up, building up a reputation for yourself, and then you get to go on the throne, you take down your evil brother, you raise the people to take him down, and now you're finally on the throne, and you realize, oh, in 1 year, was it like 3 million the shadows are going to attack the kingdom, and all 3 million people are going to die. Unless you get gold put into the treasury. For every gold coin you put into the treasury, one person's life will be saved. 3 million people, 1 gold coin each. You are not allowed to tell the people about this. You get a few decisions that you can make. I think it's 3 million. Whatever. You get a few decisions that you can make. It's like, oh, hey, this art piece was just created. Do you want to sell to the highest bidder and make money, but that's the evil option, or put to the museum, make no money, but that's good? Here's the thing. And that's basically all you do for a bunch of things. Make more money but be evil, or make less money and be good. However, for pretty much every single one of these, if you choose the evil route and just take the money, then you go and donate that money into the treasury, you earn enough good points for it to be an ultimately more good option than if you just did the good option.
What?
Yes.
Wait, so the evil option only becomes an evil option if you don't put the money into the treasury?
Yes. You just put the money in your pocket, and then you go and put it into the treasury with nobody around, and that's more good. Like, selling the painting, getting those couple of evil points, and then taking the 70 grand and putting it into the treasury is worth more overall good than just putting the painting in the museum in the first place.
That's kind of stupid.
For all of like the good evil choices where the evil one gives you money, I think every single one of them, you're better off morally just taking the money and putting it in the treasury. But also, even if you take every evil option and get as much money as possible, that's still like not even close to the amount that you need to save everybody. You still need to put in another like 2 million gold into the treasury to save everybody.
So how do you get that extra money?
When you start going out on your adventure, you played Fable 2, right? So what you do is you buy a property, put it to rent, and just get all of the money just from buying all of the properties that are for sale and just renting them out over the course of the game. You don't even have to manipulate the game time. If you just buy properties as you see them be available with the money that you have from adventuring so far and from previous rent, you can buy all the properties, put them to rent. You don't even have to make it expensive to rent. You can just put them on normal rent if you want to. Buy the places, put them up for rent, make enough money that you have like 5 million by the time you get to the throne. So all of this money stuff is pointless.
Sorry, did you say by the time you get to the throne?
Yeah, like by the time you beat the game, you'll at least have basically the 3 million that you already need. And then all of the choices are pointless, essentially.
So what you mean, like, by get to the throne, you mean, like, by the time you take down your brother?
Yes.
Okay.
By the time you get to the point where you're on the throne making these choices, if you've been buying properties, anyone who'd been playing through Fable 2 anyone who played through Fable 2 would very probably buy the properties as soon as they find them in Fable 3 and put them up to rent, and would thus be so wealthy that by the time they reach the throne at the end of Fable 3, all of this money stuff is just do whatever you like because none of it matters. And then you just save everybody. And it's like, okay. It doesn't make a difference. Like, basically at all. All you have to do is just put all the money in, and then you just save everybody, and yeah, that's all you have to do.
Let's use this chance to rest.
Just that. But yeah. Also, oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm all about games and people and whatnot. reinventing stuff, or, you know, being inventive with stuff, being creative, doing things differently for the sake of finding a new, interesting way to do things. You know that.
Yes.
I tried to like the Fable 3 pause menu. I really tried. But those of y'all still watching who are not in the know, if you pause a normal game, you go to a normal old pause menu, and you can just go around the choices. Ba 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 ba. Oh, let's check out my inventory. Okay, blah, here's my items. I can see all of them as I scroll through. Nice and quick. Fable 3, you pause, you go, it loads you into another scene. Like, you go into, like, a room, and it's like, which one of these doors do you want to go through? You can look at the table, this is your map, and you can look through the map as if you're looking through. So it looks worse than if you just hit, like, a map button. And you can't so easily, like, just look through everything nice and quick. It's very slow and tedious to do. You want to go to your inventory? You pause. Go to the, like, pause room. You walk into the inventory room. You can see, like, 5 items sitting on pedestals. If you want to see more items, you have to walk to the end of it and activate a thing, and it'll cycle through and show you 5 more items. You want to equip a different weapon? Okay, well, leave the items menu because it's not in there. You have to go to the equipment menu, where again, it'll show you like 5 of the weapons you have, and you have to cycle through them. Click.
So stupid.
Until you can like select the one that you want, and hopefully you know exactly the one you want, because you can't compare them to each other side by side so easily. It's like, well, I think this is a new one. I think this is a new weapon I just got. Oh, you want to view like your magics? Okay, it's in there, and you can look at your spells one at a time, and it's like so flippin' tedious for anything. I tried to like it. Oh, you want to like level up like your character because it's like a thing where like as you progress through the game you can like get points to level up. I don't remember the details. Okay, well, instead of just being something like this, where you can just level up stuff and just see, it's like, okay, these are the ones I'm still messing with. No, it's a hallway you walk down. And as you progress through the game, you can open up gates, and then there's chests that give you things. But then it's like, oh, hey, I, got through this new boss fight. I did this boss fight. Do I get a new gate? Let's find out. Go into the hallway, walk all the way to the point that you had left it at. Do I get through the gate? Yay! Open up the gate, walk through the gate. I'm a little bit closer to the end, I think. I don't know. Probably I am. I don't know how much further I still have left to go. Let's open up this chest, and it's just some junk item you can get for like 5 gold from any old store.
Of course.
I tried to like it. It was nice. It was innovative. I really tried. I didn't want to be on the bandwagon of everybody saying how horrible it was, but by the time you reach the end of the game, you want to see how much money you have? Okay, so you pause the game, go to the pause room, go to your money room, and you can see like a pit, like a pile with all of your money, which actually does have an interesting feature, because there is a chest at the bottom of the room and a key at the top. So you have to get to a certain amount of gold to walk up your gold to be able to collect the key, and then lose all of your gold to uncover the chest so you can open the chest.
What's even in the chest? Is it worth it?
I have no idea. I want to look this up. I think it is actually something pretty good that you're only supposed to get by the end of the game. But it's like, you could absolutely go to the first village, make a bit of money, buy properties, put them up to high rent, advance time, buy all the other properties, high rent, advance time, fill it all up. Fill up the vault, get the key, go to a shop, buy all of this stuff, lose all of your money, open the thing. Fable 3, the Vault Room. Continue to the site. Close this ad. Close this banner. Blah, blah, blah. The Treasury. Okay, the Treasury tracks all over, blah, 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 da, da, blah. In the achievement room, there's a special golden key and alcove above the spot designated for your gold. This key does not open golden doors that count towards the achievement. I'm the keymaster. It opens a chest located in another alcove behind the gold pile. We have approximately 5 million or more gold. You can climb the pile and reach the key. Then, to get that chest, you must remove all the gold in the pile. So blah, 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 blah. The simplest way to do this is to transfer it all to the treasury after you've been crowned king or queen. You'll then need to exit and re-enter the achievement room for the gold pile to change size. The chest contains a legendary weapon, 5 gold, and a full set of guild tattoos.
Full set of what tattoos?
Guild tattoos.
Okay, and what is the use of those?
I have no idea. I think it's just so insulting it even has gold in the chest at all. We got 5 million gold. I can't even click on the guild tattoos. I just want to see how much actual gold that we need. Castle Treasury, where the royal funds are stored. How much do we need to actually save everybody? Da da da. I'll keep up with the army and blah blah. Okay, wait. The weight of the world. Oh, no, it's not 3 million, it's 6.5 million. If the hero decides to be a tyrannical ruler making evil judgments, there'll be almost 4.5 million gold coins in the treasury at the end, and they'll need just over 2 million from your personal treasury. So, but yeah, it's like, donating, wait, what's the donating thing? I don't even know, but yeah, if you want to donate the funds to the treasury, blah, 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 donate. Whatever. Basically, it took something awesome. The Fable games were amazing. And then it kind of screwed all over the place. It just messed up
I'm getting tired.
absolutely everything in the quest to try to do something special. It essentially took all this world building and stuff and gave it to a child. In Fable 3, you cannot die. If you lose all of your health, you lie down for a bit, and then just stand back up. There's no, reset the room, go back to your last save, restart the game. It's just, you lie down for a bit, and stand back up again. It's like, again, they took all the stuff of the Fable games and gave it to a toddler. Fable? Hard-hitting heck of a game. Fable 2? Great. Good choices. Nice story. Fable 3, there's a part where you're with an old mentor person, he collapses. And you can choose if you want to try to carry him the rest of the way or not. If you leave him behind, that's the evil choice. If you try to carry him, you get an agonizingly slow, playable cutscene basically, where you drag him about 20 feet over the course of what felt like 10 minutes. And then you dump him anyway and keep going on your own regardless. It's like, hey, do you want these good points? Waste a little bit of time. waste a bit of time. And, oh, we didn't think that anyone would actually want to be good, so it doesn't actually impact the story at all. You still just leave them there to die. We just wanted to waste your time a little bit. See how many hoops you jump through for good points.
So stupid.
Yes. It's... like... what's really funny, I'm pretty sure, 90% sure, Fable 3, Sims 3, Rock Band 3, all came out, and I'm saying Sims 3 for console, all came out like on the same weekend. The Rock Band 3 that came out, Rock Band 3 doesn't use the regular plastic instruments because it's supposed to use real instruments because Rock Band was constantly hit by, oh, this doesn't actually teach you how to play instruments, it just teaches you how to hit buttons, and people think they can actually play guitar because they can play Rock Band. So Rock Band was like, fine, we'll make it use an actual electric guitar, but not include it with the game, so if people want to play Rock Band, they have to shell out, what, over $1,000 for a real electric guitar? And basically just use Rock Band 3 for lessons? I think, like... like, the game didn't even come with, like, proper, like, adapters for it or anything. It was just, like, just the game, like, in a case. I did not see any, like, special, like, oh, Rock Band 3, where you can play your instruments. No. Never saw anything like that. As far as I'm aware, Rock Band 3 crashed and burned. Sims 3 for console? Sucks. Sims 2 for console, that was amazing. Sims 3 for console, sucks. Sims 3 for computer, awesome. Sims 4 for computer, it doesn't suck, but it is a bit less awesome. But yeah, I should have just had the whole conversation be about this, huh? Anyway, regardless, end of the episode. I went a bit over time because I got passionate about how bad Fable 3 was, how much I wish that Fable 3 would be better. Again, it starts off, your parents not just like died from old age, your parents were killed. And also, in Fable 2 you could be gay. In Fable 3, your parents, there was a king and a queen, male and female. So even if you played your character as a gay man or as a lesbian, Fable 3 doesn't care about that. Even if in Fable 2 you have like 20 children, Fable 3 doesn't care.